As you guys seen, we are officially done with the Camaro. It's all put together. She's leaking power steering fluid. So we're not done mechanically, but we are done paintily. So that leads us to this. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What color? What color? What color? What color? What color are you guys thinking? Black? Cool, I got black. No, but whatever you guys comment, we'll do whatever color, because it's gonna take a minute. Like I said, we gotta do some welding, junkyard finding. We need a whole new front bumper because this one is toast. See there? Whoa, that's pushed in pretty bad. Whoa, mama. So we need a new bumper. Ow, that hurt. Anyways, we gotta do some welding over here. Yo, I just did that with my foot, guys. I'm that powerful. I said, "Bow." No, that was a car. Big old Ram. Oh, actually, that was a Jeep Patriot. Bam! Right there. And that same Jeep Patriot hit that Jeep. So let's go talk about that. This was parked on the side of the road, right? I'm a young lad. 7 years ago. 6 years ago. 6 years ago, this was parked on the street. Some guy in a Patriot comes flying down 70 miles per hour. Hits the Ranger first. Bumps off that. Comes right here and smashes into this. This jumps up, goes over the curb, and lands onto the sidewalk. Yeah. From the street to the sidewalk. Got hit that hard. But this deflected it. Or it would have been way worse. He would have probably been in the front seat. This probably stopped about, I want to say like 30 miles, because, oh, he hit it hard. It looks like some body work has been done to it before, so might have been hit twice there. Then they fixed it back in like the 2000s. Gone, 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 gone. That's all bad. This old thing is bad. So we learned a new trick on how to take tires off. I'll show you guys. It's pretty cool. Pretty easy if you got a truck and you want to do you want to pop your own tires off, because I did these myself. I put these tires on myself. I showed you guys I cleaned them. Those are the tires off of those stocks. I put the silicone on, did it myself, so not that hard. But yeah, what color you guys think? You think I should go purple again? I'll show you guys the purple. 'Cause, I mean, you can kind of see it, but there was the purple. Ranger. Should we go purple? Black? Blue? Pink? Brown? I don't know. You tell me. That Impala needs a new motor, so we're not worried about that no more. We'll do a motor swap. This thing needs shift solenoid, so we're going to be doing that here soon too. Get this thing shifting and daily driving this thing, huh? This thing is nice. It's in the paint booth. Oh my god, somebody's looking. Just kidding, no one's looking. No one cares about me. So, it's getting dark. It's getting late in the year, which is not good for me because I live where it snows. Not good for painting at all. So we need to hurry up and get this thing bondoed and primered. I could probably go the winter without painting it if it gets that far. I can just roll around with it and primer as long as it is done. So we need primer. It's the only thing I don't have. I don't know how I don't have primer, but I don't have primer, so need primer. And I need a color, guys. Pick a color. You guys can go ahead and tell Wilson Diesel that I'm gonna have more hater tears because we're squatting this thing. We're gonna jack the front up like 8 inches, and we're gonna drop this down so far that it rubs and scrapes my tire. So we're gonna have more hater tears than him. So you guys go ahead and tell him, but we're gonna get the Edgar haircut too. Apparently, how good can spray paint and spray clear coat look? We're gonna do the whole car in spray paint. We're gonna cut the cans, pour it into my gun, and we're gonna spray this. So let's get to it. We're gonna do a spray paint challenge. How good can this look with spray paint? Let's get to work.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.
Let's go ahead and pull these emblems off.
Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
And you guys are trying to fall on me. Stop falling!
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way.
2 hours later, and we've made progress. We gotta get all this stuff off, but all this, that's workable. I feel is that here, there's a bulge right here that needs knocked down. So much easier with bare metal to work with. And there's a bulge here, like that here. And this hood's not too bad. There's only a couple spots that are gonna have filler. But we're like I said, we're doing spray paint, so we're gonna spray it with my paint gun. So we're gonna use this. I know, this is crazy. I've never done this, but we're gonna do a whole spray paint job on this truck. So cheap purple gun. This was 15 bucks, Harbor Freight. We're gonna use this. So we're gonna do the cheapest paint job possible. So I'm actually just gonna spray. Did I throw that can away? Darn, I threw that empty can away. Why wouldn't I? It was empty. I'm gonna put this in something with a lid so that way I can keep it fresh. But I'm even gonna use lac thinner because I want to thin it out. But yeah, we're gonna spray this with an actual gun, but use spray paint cans. We're gonna do a cool color. I got a color in mind, so we'll see.
Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay.
Well, I thought the bright idea would be to drill into the can of primer. It blew up. It's all over my phone. I can't even really see, so. And it's all over my drill. I knew this was gonna happen, but I didn't think it through. I don't know why I didn't think it through, but I didn't. Here's the real damage. Yep, that's soaked. Is this better than actual primer? I don't know, because we're gonna sand this down and see, but $10 a bottle, and it can only do one part. I mean, I could have spent 70 bucks and did like 2 cars with a gallon of primer. So I don't know if this is the better alternative, but we'll see when we sand this down how it looks. But I mean, it lays pretty nice. It lays decent, so we're gonna spray the hood with it. We're doing a whole spray paint job on it. We're gonna do the actual gun with the paint and clear. We're just gonna do the primer with these until I get, you know, the actual primer. So probably just a hood in this, but it's primer. I gotta do like 3 coats anyway, so it should be fine. Whole roof is primered with spray paint. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we're gonna spray paint the whole car. So I mean, why not just do something, you know, outrageously stupid and waste a bunch of money on spray paint and see how it turns out. But I mean, the primer, it's like a whole bottle, $12 for the hood, which was not worth it. I could have got a pint, thinned it out, and I could have got this, and the other fender done. But we'll see how it looks when we wet sand it. So that'll be the real, you know, determination of how good it is. But these bugs, man, I don't know what these bugs are. Flying ants, they like this stuff. Now that it is all dry, it looks like every other primer. This is that other stuff poking through, so don't worry. We're gonna wet sand this, but it looks like every other primer. I mean, it looks good for canned primer. So we'll wet sand this. Looks pretty good. I mean, obviously I got, you know, a run here because it's in a spray can, and I had to keep shaking it. It was just It was upsetting me. I didn't care for this. I'm not going to tape it off because I got to sand this down anyways. So why do I care about overspray? I got to sand these down too because this is spray paint. So I want to sand this down. The only thing I don't want to spray, lights and bumper. All the other stuff, like the glass, it's not perfect. I can scrape that. So I'm not going to waste a lot of money on this. It's a spray paint job. It's a budget job. You know, we're seeing how much we can do for a budget. I got my sander. I got my fender. He's got his sander, and he's got this fender. So we're gonna take this down to bare metal. Hopefully we got enough primer in our spray can that we got. Like I said, we're doing a spray paint challenge on this, so it's gonna be spray painted. We've seen some cool chameleon spray paint at O'Reilly's, so we might throw that on here. I don't know yet. I'm still wondering. Or should we make this a Dukes of Hazzard truck? Dukes of Hazzard, big old one right there. 01. We'll do the American flag since we're, you know, we're decent people. Won't say nothing else, but he's got this fender. I got this fender. We're gonna get to work. I don't know if I'm gonna record this because it's kind of a hard angle for both. I might record a little bit of it, but we're gonna get to work.
Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side.
Well, this is taking forever, so future me, let me know when you're done. He said he wanted to work. Now he's over here heavy breathing because it's hard. It's sunny too. Sun is beaming. I can't even see the sun. There it is. There's the sun. Sun's beaming. This is some hard work sanding all this down to bare metal. Said he wanted to learn from the best. And I was like, well, you missed that opportunity with Jimmy. He left like 10 years ago. So now you gotta learn from me. Well, we're getting it done. She's about to be bare metal here soon. He's doing the everything but the low spots. I'm gonna come back with the low spots, but while he's doing all that tearing up, I'm over here doing some tearing up, so we're both working, but mine's a little slower. See how nice of an employer I am? He said he was too hot in the blazing sun. I got him an umbrella. Come work for me. Here we are on the driver fender. I outlined it for him, so now that it's outlined, he can just all over it. And here's his side, which is all done, but needs outlined. So I'm gonna go over here, he's gonna hop over there. Let me get this thing done. Here we go, we finally got both fenders 100% sanded. Got the hood already done. He's taking a little video to do his shorts. But here we got some dents. We're gonna mark them out. We got it way better. This is a lot easier than having paint on it. So there's a bump here, as you can see. Here, here. There's one on here. It's not that bad though. Compared to the Camaro, this thing has a lot less bumps. So the hood, I didn't really have to do anything, but we gotta wait till I wet sand it. But there's only 2 bumps. Here and here in this fender. This fender's pretty good. There's no rust. If there was, it's gone now.
I'm surprised there's no rust on this.
Me too. We're gonna throw some Bondo on now.
Maybe we could be okay, okay. Maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you not.
So we Bondoed this where they were dents. We're gonna shape it with the DA. I'm not feeling any more dents on this side. It was just these 4 patches. This side was only this 1 patch, and then we can throw some primer down. All right guys, I know you've seen me sand 1,000 times, but we're gonna scope this out. This is the only bad part of the fender, but right here it's already smooth, so we're just gonna keep leveling it out, and pretty much it. And then Yeah, and then start it and then.
Never said you felt that way. And guess you try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I'm not.
As you can see, we sculpted that out. This got done, but here's a little low spot, as you can see, where it didn't get touched. We'll just add a little bit more and we'll re-sculpt it. Then after we re-sculpt it, we'll use 320, smooth it out, wax and grease remove, prime this side. So we're gonna go over here, and now we're gonna sculpt this side. See what else we have to fill in and fill it in. All right. Stop that. Stop it. Yeah.
On you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
So, sculpted it, 120'd, then we 320'd it, got it smoothed out. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna primer it, wet sand it, and if we see any more bumps, we'll throw some Bondo on it. We'll primer it again, we'll sand it down, make sure it's all good, and if it is, we'll continue. Well, this is all the wax and grease removed.
Did it on the other side too.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Spray paint challenge. So I've had stuff from Dupli Color. Is that Dupli Color? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's no mixing, no none of that. It's decent for like a base. I wouldn't paint my car with it. They're clear coat. Wouldn't do that. Mix your own paint and clear coat. But their base and primer, it's decent, I guess.
Do you think I should get my mask on face?
I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Here's another case of I don't want Bondo on my door, and I don't put Bondo on my door. Guy I got this car from said he didn't put Bondo on it. He made the people get him a whole new door because I don't like Bondo. Bondo isn't good. Well, that's Bondo. On the door, all the way down, all the way over here. Bondo on here too, look. That's even more Bondo. That is caked up. That's all Bondo. Now, you can get the people that go, you can test Bondo with a magnet. No, you can't. Look, that's just full-on Bondo. Full-on Bondo. Sticks right to it. Full-on Bondo. You can't test for Bondo with a magnet. Look, straight Bondo. You never know what you're into until you get to sanding it down. Just beware. We got us a case of undry or no hardened bond. Oh yeah, they didn't put no hardener in here. This is just, or they put not enough. It's so wet still underneath this paint that's been on here since the 2000s, so no good. But got that. We're doing to this line today because it's getting dark and it's gonna rain later, so I want to get this bottom part finished and then we'll work on the top tomorrow. All right, so as you can see, we got the door sanded down. Now I don't understand why they had all this Bondo here, because from just here down and over was the damage. Don't know why you'd cover all this. Doesn't make really any sense to me. They had this all covered in Bondo, which wasn't even bad. This and this was from, you know, recent, so there's no damage here. There's damage here and here, but that's from, you know, this recent accident. So I just don't understand. They just coated this whole door in Bondo and like made their own. I don't know. Maybe it's just easier to skin it. I don't understand it. I guess maybe I'm just not doing it right, or maybe that's just easier, but I don't understand that. But we're gonna throw some Bondo right here, just a little bit, and we're gonna throw a bunch right here because that thing is messed up. But we're gonna slap some Bondo on here and hopefully we can get this thing primered in. Alright guys, so I'm doing the math here. These are $11. I gotta get like 3 more cans. That's $60. Now I could get a quart of primer and lac thinner for the same price and do the whole car and probably still save money. So I'm gonna go do that. I know, get the pitchforks ready, get the mob, start chanting, start riding. I know it just doesn't make sense to do it in this, so we're gonna go get actual primer. I have lacquer, so we're just gonna use the stuff I got. So we're gonna use that lac thinner. We're gonna spray it out of a $15 gun. So I know, get the mob ready, but it just doesn't make sense to spend all this money. And this stuff is really thin. I don't like how thin it is. So I don't like how thin it is. So we're just gonna go get that. It's cheaper, Master Pro. So we'll do that. It's still cheaper. It's still cheap. So we're still gonna do the spray paint job, but not the primer. The primer, it just is too expensive when you think about it. So it'd just be better to do it with actual primer. So we'll just do that. Okay, so got here. We're trying to shape it, but man, it is taking some Bondo. It still doesn't take the whole door, but I mean, we can look down it together. It's coming along. It was pushed in. I mean, there's probably like that thick of Bondo in there because there's nowhere for me to really push it out. And I already weight reducted it by taking all the Bondo out, so that's nothing. This is just a little patch. We'll see. I think someone might have tried to peel the lock on this back in the day. That's why that's got Bondo there. We'll see the rest, but I bet you it's probably coated in Bondo. So where we left off yesterday, it's these two. Now we're gonna sand it down with some 80 grit and try to shape it. See if we can shape it. Be right back. Okay guys, see how this is sanded and this is not? That's how you know we're at a low point right here. So we got this low point, this low point, this low point to fill in. This is just, you know, because it didn't get filled in. So we'll fill that in, sand it down. There's a little dent here because right here is level and then this is not. So we got to redo that there. But Up here, we're looking pretty good until the 320 gets in, but we're looking pretty good. We got some spot here that we missed, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. So we're gonna fill that in, and then we're gonna fill that in and try to shape it and see what we can do. We're using 80. 80 is a good shaper. It's strong enough to cut through, but it won't go too fast, you know? Uh-oh, guys. Look at the chameleon paint. We're switching. He's got primer. It's cost to learn, don't it? Hey, he wants to learn. He's gotta learn on his own. But I'm gonna provide him the tools. Tight cloth, wax and grease, wet sand, let it dry.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
How good can spray paint look? So, as you can see, we primered this after we sanded it down to bare metal, which we just threw a base coat on because this has to have black to go on. Two, because see right here, that's what it's gonna look like. I didn't know. So we threw on some black that I had. This was cheap, crappy black. It was that pre-mixed stuff, not good. I spent $40 on it, if you believe it or not. So we're just gonna use it this one time to get rid of it. It's taking up space, it's a quart. We're gonna do spray paint next time. You ever wonder, you know, my car's a little beat up. How can I fix it for cheap? How good will spray paint look? So, if you have black spray paint and you go get this color flipping paint, you're about 30 bucks in. Primer, black paint, flipping paint. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look beautiful. If you can tell me that's without clear coat, and we're doing a whole spray paint job on this truck. If you can tell me that don't look good for 30 bucks, you're lying. Get a good angle, get a good angle. Hit it from the side, yeah, right there. Look at that. 30 bucks. Make sure it don't go over a minute. So you have to edit.
So we just threw my light on. Look how cool that looks. That looks so awesome. Just threw my light on.
Alright guys, so we got high performance enamel gloss black. So we just did our first coat. We're gonna do 2 coats, maybe 3. Okay, like I said, we're gonna wet sand this so we can do this. We'll wet sand both of these because it has runs. I mean, it looks decent, but it has runs. And this with clear should bring back this shine you guys are seeing. But see all those? We don't want none of that. So he's wet sanding it right now. We're gonna wet sand this door too. And we're gonna clean up this trash. So now that we're getting all the runs out, let's get those runs out, man. We're good. He's getting the runs out. We painted the hood. You can see the hood is painted. It's still drying is why it looks like that. Cause I just painted it. Here's the fender. Yes, there's a dent, but I fixed all the other ones. That one I didn't really see at night when I painted it, so that's kind of my mistake. I know, guys. Here's the top. I even painted these. It's a sparkly color. We're gonna do the door. This is just a spray paint job. It ain't gotta be perfect, but I mean, it's gotta look good. So that's drying up there. Here's what this looks like. I even did the grill forward. So here's the fender. It'll look better when we wash it. We'll see what it really looks like when we wash it. And then we gotta clear coat it, so that'll probably pop it out more too. There he goes in circles. guys, so you guys know we're doing the budget spray paint job to see how well spray paint can look when you're on a budget. So this was a little overboard because you got to put this over black. So if you're the average Joe, you would have stopped at black. But this is about 16, 18 bucks per can. Here's what it looks like, you know, up close. It changes colors, it's metallic, it's cool, you know. I did the windshield wipers. Right now we're at about 40 bucks with just that. The black paint was actually free because I got it from someone for free. So we're about 50 bucks because of primer. Actually no, so 60 bucks for primer and this color. But if you were to do it, you'd only be like 60 bucks for primer and black spray paint. So this is what it would look like.